Going over the trades on the day, challenging day, really out of sync with the markets today. Minus 93.50 on the 250K portfolio, minus 19.25 on the 50K portfolio. Down on the week, we're still up on the month, up on the year, kind of treading water since January. And so we had some strong gains at the beginning of this month. But this price action was difficult for our strategies today. And we'll go over the price action as well as the trading system signals. And you can see the hypotheticals. We had some order rejects. I'll be sending out some updates over the weekend for the new strategies. And so we had to adjust for those manually. And so just a challenging day with all the news as well. Let's go over the markets and the trades. First, we'll go over the markets. Interesting to note, here's the Russell. And it's at 1773.20 Russell futures. And January the 30th, the close was 1770.90. So it's given back all the gains on the year. The S&P futures right here, the close was 38.61. We're at 38.64, up 3 points on the year. And Nasdaq still up on the year a little bit. Nice gains on the year, I guess. 11.022, 11.844, so 820 points on the Nasdaq, about 7 or 8%. Here's the Nasdaq Composite. Nasdaq Composite is different than the Nasdaq 100 futures, and so this includes more Nasdaq stocks. And then you see the VIX really spiked up today. Didn't cover that yesterday, but I think at its high it was up over 18% yesterday, up over 20% today. We were due for a big VIX spike. It has been unusually compressed, and so with all this price action, here's what the intraday price action looks like. Traditional sell-offs we've seen Thursday. You can see a kind of a market crash that starts on Thursday, continues on Friday, and bottoms out on Monday. And then you have the Silicon Valley Bank news about bank defaults, and so that was in the news. Silicon Valley Bank, I forgot the ticker symbol, but it was a stock that was at $750 about a year ago, January of 2022. And it's at 39 today, I believe. So it's lost 95%. And a lot of the tech companies had money at Silicon Valley Bank. And so that came out, as well as the jobs report. The number was hotter than expected, more jobs than expected. And that should be bearish for the market because that indicates inflation, which is higher interest rates. And the market wants lower interest rates. And so the hotter the jobs, the hotter the inflation, the more the Fed needs to keep interest rates higher. But then the Silicon Valley Bank deal made the market say, aha, the Fed's going to realize it's breaking the economy with all of its interest rates. And so they're not going to raise, they're going to raise interest rates only 0.25 instead of 0.5 at the next meeting, which is the week after next. And so we have the CPI coming out next week. And then we have the FOMC meeting the week after that. But I thought today was extremely choppy given the technical environment, both the technical environment as well as the fundamental environment. I would have anticipated a different type of price action, a very contentious sell-off, a lot of what we call short fighting. And the market starts to sell off, it runs to the highs and a strong trend, and then it chops around here. And so very difficult to trade that. Continues to be very difficult to short this market. And I'm going to be going over, I'm going to be sending the updates. We have the updates for the order rejects for the new strategies. And so we've got that. We've got rollover. So the futures roll over to June. And I'm also going to be looking at some different ways to short this market. Our strategies typically, yesterday the market went down pretty smoothly and there weren't many reactions to short. And then today it went down and then had big reactions. And so we kind of do somewhere in the middle. And yesterday it was stealth that didn't hit our points. And today it rallied pretty hard against our points. And so, it's tricky when it's that choppy, when the cycles change that much. And so I'm going to be looking at short trades and different ways to enter shorts over the weekend. Let you know if there's any updates for that. And so look for, I'll send this out. I'll send the updated workspaces out. Sometimes it's easier just to change the symbol from H to M than it is to use the new workspaces, because then you have to turn automation on. So wanted to cover the markets in general and how they are, where they are on the year, basically at break even on the year, except the Nasdaq is up. And I wanted to cover the intraday price action. I wanted to cover the ELD updates, rollovers, and we'll go over the trades now for the day. And you can see here the S&P Cobra 3 stopped out. Yesterday, nice trade on the short side. Today stopped out. Winners are bigger than our losers. Tick Fader had a nice trade yesterday, had a nice trade today. Seems kind of random to capture that. It's a good trade though. If you see, we right in the middle of a big strong sell-off, we caught the counter trend move, and so that's a pretty good trade because most of the rest of the move was down. We caught that trade with the strategy. Would like to make this type of strategy trade more. And so another way to research this is to take this type of strategy and try to apply it more during this time period and this time period, and apply these type of strategies towards at the end of the day with all this chop, all this propping up. Momentum reversal, try to take the reversal trade on ES, stopped out. And let's see. We have opening chop. These were the order rejects. Opening chop and opening chop 2. Got long, stopped out, got right back in, had the order reject. And then this one got long, got stopped out, got right back in, had the order reject, so missed a lot of that trade. And I thought there was another trade in here. I'll have to look at my server. One of the things that I've noticed this week is that the trades were different. We had a tick reversal trade that did not show up on Monday. It was in this tick reversal. This trade, right, let's see, go back to Monday. This trade right here for $2,000 did not show up on our server on Monday, so we missed that. So it's been a frustrating week to have those order rejects today and to miss this long tick reversal on Monday. So a lot of technical issues, tough market environment, new strategies, rollover, jobs report, a lot going on here. Let's look at where were we? We were on the ES. Let's finish the ES and then come back to the Nasdaq. Tick count trend dynamic turnaround, had a nice short trade and then lost on the short side and then lost on the long side. And then tick chop had this trade here, did well. Let me check my server real quick. So on my server, my VPS, this opening chop 2 had an additional long trade right here, and it captured that, but I missed this trade, so that helped catch up from missing this trade, and so that worked to my benefit. I'm not sure why we're getting different trades. I'm supposed to have all of my logins connected. I have multiple logins connected to the same data server, so I have to redo the cache and see why there's some trade differences this weekend. Those are the ES trades. Let's see, there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 ES trades, and 1, 2, 3 were profitable, 4 were losers on the day. And the new strategies, the chop strategies did well. The tick count trend dynamic was obviously down on the day. Nasdaq, just these traditional short strategies, AT2022 and AT2020. These are strategies that take long trades near the open or short trades near the open, take advantage of the trends at the beginning of the day, and there have not been trends at the beginning of the day. Hence, we have the opening chop strategies. But if you look at these equity curves, they've done well coming into the year, and then this year the equity curve is just down because there's so much chop at the beginning of the day, and that's why we've added the diversity to our setup by adding the opening chop. Viper actually did well. It had 1, 2, 3 winners, 1 loser, 3 for 4 up on the day. And then tick count trend, it was down on the day. It had this winner. I think it had one more trade. Let me compress that and see. So we had this loser, this winner, this loser, this winner, kind of traded back and forth. This trade right here was frustrating because we had several trades that got short in here, and it looked like the market should roll over, but it did this prop up. It did, once again, amidst all the fundamentals that are pretty bearish going into the weekend, it propped up. And so it got short here. Viper was short at around the same time right here. Viper got short, tick count trend got short, Cobra 3 got short, and then boom, it rallied here and stopped all three out around the same time. And so that was one of the more painful time periods of the day. I thought up until here we had the opportunity for the market to roll over and actually resume its downtrend, and then be profitable on the day. But these three trades right here, Viper and tick count trend have profit targets, so they would have hit their profit targets. Potentially not Viper, but tick count trend would have hit its profit target. The market did roll over and then rally again, so it would have come back and hit that stop loss. Tick reversal, the market is just creating what looks like topping patterns. It just gets flat. We get short and the market goes flat, it just bounces and it won't go down. This is the inversion of a traditional downtrend. Traditional downtrend would be down, sideways down, or up, sideways up for traditional uptrend. Now we get the chop, then the trend, and then the chop on the downside. And so you see that counter trend, and then the trend, and then the counter trend. So like I said, I'm going to be going over some of the short entries and the differences between the shorts and longs over the weekend. Tick reversal here. The market was down, but we had a hard time shorting it at the beginning of the day, and at the end of the day, it would not follow through. Follow through was in the middle of the day. EVP1 tried to catch an end-of-day rally. Took a very short duration trade. Down on that trade, down $100. Tick Pulse had a good trade yesterday. This is one that's been struggling, but it's done well this week. The highlight of the week was Tick Pulse, shorted here on Tuesday, got the trade on Thursday, stopped out on the first trade today, and then hit this short later in the day. So Tick Pulse was in sync this week, and if it wasn't for that, if we would have had this tick reversal trade here on Monday on our server, and without the order executions for the week, we would have done a little better on the week. Instead of being down 7,800 on the week, we probably would have been down about 5,000 on the week, or 5,200 without those. So we are down week, and so it's kind of in the middle of the month, and looking forward to next week's trade. Stay tuned for those easy language updates for subscribers, power language if you have multi-charts, for the order rejects, the rollover workspaces, and any of the latest research. Those are the trades on the day for Friday, March the 10th, 2023. Hey, David Bean here. Welcome to Capstone Trading Systems YouTube page. Be sure to subscribe to join our community of algorithmic traders. We are real money traders. We share our winning streaks, we share our losing streaks, as well as market updates, strategies, and coding tips.